Okay, so girls, we literally have 6 months left of the year. We have done 6 months already, and I literally do not know how because it has gone so quick. But this is the perfect moment and spot to realize, are you going in the direction you're going in? What can you do with the rest of the year to make sure you achieve those goals that you started at the beginning of the year? Girl, I have got you, and I'm going to show you exactly how I am transforming the last 6 months of the year to make sure I reach those goals. Hi, I'm Ren. Welcome back to my channel. This is where we level up and become the best, baddest versions of ourselves together. If you feel like that's the season you are in, please join the gang. This video is all about talking about the midpoint. We literally have 6 months left. So what are we going to do with it? What are we going to do with it? It's time for you to start, pause, and see if you are on track. If you are, yes, girl, big yourself up. What can you do to boost that? We're going to talk about that. And if you're not, you still have time. There's more than enough time. You could have been completely in the bin, like from February, January 16th, those goals didn't get looked at, and you've still got time to transform the whole year, and I'm going to show you how. So guys, this is my current vision board. Don't mind the crack, it dropped. I was very upset. But yeah, this is my current vision board, and this is the vision board obviously I created on New Year's Eve, and I'm really proud of it. I love it. But however, I feel like it's not specific enough. I've had this, it's been on my wall, but I don't feel like I've been interacted with it. I don't feel like I've achieved most things on here, which is fine. We still have 6 months left. However, I want to make a very conscious decision at this point in the year that no's not an option. Not achieving is not an option. So what can I do now to make sure I revamp this process, make sure I'm in touch with my vision board? Because yes, we can make them, but if we're not using them, we're not in touch with them, the goals on here aren't aligning anymore, then it doesn't even make sense. It's not going to work. So in terms of my vision board, I achieved this one, which I'm really proud of. I went to Dubai in February, which I'm actually really happy about, because it wasn't like a traditional, I'm going to book a holiday. Like, I was in a position where I literally couldn't afford it. I really didn't think I wanted to go. I really, really wanted to go. Some things happened and moved around, and the money just flew to me. It flowed right on in, and I was able to go. So I was really, really happy about that. However, in terms of everything else, I don't really feel like I am there yet. So I have got a plan. So I've looked at this, and yes, most things are the same, but I feel like I've actually sat down and really identified what I want to achieve by the end of the year. Because like I've said before in my 12-week year video, a year is a very long time to kind of have a set of goals and stick to them, and then they still be the same at the end of the year. Like, so much things have happened already that I felt like it was just super important to be like, okay, now I'm 6 months in, what do I actually want? What do I want to be saying I've achieved specifically in January? Because I feel like we do start very wide with all these goals and all these aspirations, which is amazing. Like, on here, there's a lot of experiences and stuff as well. However, I'm like, okay, now, like, the work has to commence. We need to get super, super duper specific, because I feel like that is when the universe, God, hears us the most, when we know exactly what we want and we ask for it. So I decided to turn my vision board into specific goals. I'm not going to read through every one of them. It really isn't that important to you. You're going to have your own, and that's fine. But I decided, I wrote out 5 statements, which I looked at my vision board, I looked at where I am in my life, what I've achieved, what I haven't achieved, what I really want January to look like. And that's what I was really picturing in my mind. Like, what do I want to be standing up after Christmas, start of the new year, 2024? Will I be really happy about that I have achieved? So I thought, okay, it's time to get specific. I put it on a canvas board as well, which I just thought was great. So I'm going to hang it on my wall, and these are the statements that will get done. They are getting completed by the end of the year. So how I've done it, so I've wrote out 5 goals that I want to achieve. However, I have wrote them in I am so grateful for. So I have wrote them in the future tense, like it's already happened, like the past, not the future tense, sorry, the past tense. So for example, my first one is, I'm so grateful to be monetized on YouTube. So I'm writing it as it is, or as if it has already happened. So this to me is, we're in January. It's January 2024 and these things have happened, and I'm literally writing in my gratitude journal like I do every single day. I've heard various people, self-help books, motivational speakers. Steve Harvey is one I absolutely love, that he has definitely said that this is a method that really works. So writing your goals in the past tense and act as if you are already grateful. It has already happened, saying you are grateful for them. So I thought, okay, this is gonna now be part of my morning routine, where as I write my usual gratitude list, I will add these to the gratitude list. I feel like I might even rewrite them out. I'm definitely going to say them and read them. And literally, I've signed it. So saying many thanks. Like, I'm already so grateful that this has already happened. And I've put a clear date. So this will have been done by December 31st, 2023. So it is clear, it's out there, it's written, it is sealed, it is written on the wall. And this is what we are doing by the end of the year. Do you know what's crazy now? Because I feel like there's loads of pressure. There's going to be loads of pressure like at the end of the year for me to do an update video on this. And you know what? I will, because what's the point of doing all these methods if we actually don't know if the work, and you haven't got, do you know what I mean, someone to go back to and say, oh my God, she done this. I want to actually see the result. But sis, it is time. I woke up the other day and I thought, no, Renee, like, you need to get super duper specific. Life happens, life lives. So many things have happened to me, to you, that you probably didn't even think was that going to happen this year, but it's time to get back on track. And I am here to officially tell you, you have more than enough time. Like, not even just enough, you have more than enough time to achieve everything you said from January, even if you haven't even started yet. So it's just about getting specific about what you want that to actually look. Each goal needs a daily / weekly specific plan. So I haven't done that on there. That is something I am going to then do in my journal. But each goal needs a specific action plan. There's no point us having these goals, and yes, we believe like writing it down, we're going to attract it, but you need to do the work. I feel like a lot of people get lost in manifestation, where they think, okay, I've just said it, that's it, don't need to do anything, don't need to apply for the job, don't need to take any aligned action, don't need to make the video, don't need to ask the question. And it's like, no, you have to take aligned action. So with each target I have got weekly or daily actions that are going to push me in that direction even more. So that is a big part of it. You need to now transform your day-to-day life into little actions that are going to help you achieve these goals. And when I say little, I mean they can be little. They don't need to be big, specific tasks. If you said you're going to if you're going to write a book by the end of the year, write 200 words a day, write 500 words a day, or have a big chunky 3 or 4 hour slot a week where you're like, okay, I'm writing every Saturday morning, or every Sunday morning, like from 9 till 12, I'm writing. And it might not even be a specific amount of words, it might just be that slot. And sometimes that's even better. Like, you know, when you're just in your flow and you know that that time is chunked out, you might do way more than you even expected, because you know it's coming, it's in your calendar, it's chunked out, you've got that really specific time where, boom, you can concentrate, you can do it. So yes, we need to rewrite out our goals and put them in the past tense, but we have to, like, there is no point in doing that if you're not then going to make actionable plans. I definitely recommend, again, writing them down. So in your journal, in your diary, which is what I do, because every single night I do like a bit of a review of the day, a bit of check-in for the next day, where this is the perfect time to look at your list and be like, okay, what am I doing tomorrow or this week that's going to hit that goal in some way and work towards it? And then it's literally in your diary. So it's like, okay, Wednesday this, Thursday this. So talking about our actionable plans, if you haven't seen, I'm going to link below my 12-week year video, but that was a game changer. I am still currently in that action. And do you know what? I want to talk about that. That prompted me to do this again, because I'm actually reaching my second 12-week cycle. So literally my 12-week cycle ends next week. And do you know what? I'm going to do a video on that, an update, if I reach my goals, how it went, blah, blah, blah. So I'm not going to go too much into that right now. But yes, that kind of prompted me to do this. So I am going to now do another 12-week year, which is perfect. So all these action plans I'm talking about I'm going to probably hit, there's 5 goals on there. So I've technically got 2 years left. I've technically got 12 weeks left before the end of the year. So I'm probably going to split them up in a 2 and a 3. And in terms of like how I'm going to split them up, the 3 will be like, the third one will be a bit of an easy one. Does that make sense? And then the 2 will be like obviously harder, just in terms of it's really important to not put too much on yourself at once. So that will be something I'll definitely be sitting down and doing this week and splitting them up into my 12-week year. And you have to do that. Like, if you really want to get serious about what you're going to achieve in the next 6 months, you have to do it. I've done it last time. I'm doing it again. I'm doing it again for a reason. It worked. I have come so far and forward in my goals. I cannot believe it. And that's with me not even being 100%. I still fell off. And like I said, I'm going to completely go into it, but it is definitely worth it. So I'm going to be picking 2 or 3, whichever I prefer to do first. And that's the thing, do it in terms of your urgency. It's all about how you feel in the moment, your current situation, your climate. You might have 5 or 6 goals and think, do you know what, right now I need these to happen. And they're the 2 or the 3 that you're then going to focus on. And do you know what I want to mention, which is a bit off topic, but there's certain things that you want to achieve that are out of your control a little bit. Like, for example, I'll talk about the fact that I want to get a new house, and there's only so much you can control within that situation. So for me, one of my goals would definitely be making sure I'm meditating more and making sure I'm releasing more and having more faith. And in terms of an actionable plan, for me, that is meditation. That is me doing my visualization meditations. That means I'm doing my journaling. Do you know what I mean? I'm saying my affirmations, like I'm releasing the outcome, I'm letting it come to me. And that isn't your typical, like, okay, I need to work on the assignment, or I need to work on business, or I need to read the book, or I need to write the book. So sometimes there will be mindful tasks where you want something so big, or not even so big, but like something where you think a lot of outside influence comes from. There's only so much you can control. So where you have a goal like that, focus on your mindfulness, focus on your meditation, focus on your mindset, your affirmations, your I am statements. Do you know what I mean? The kind of meditations you do. Are you meditating every day? Are you taking time out to just relax, to clear your mind? Are you not stressing? When that fear is coming up, when that anxiety is coming up in your mind, what is going to be your new statement? What are you going to then say to yourself to put you back on track, to put you in a space of feeling abundant, feeling like that thing is coming to you even though you cannot see it yet? Making it actually work. It needs to be somewhere you can see it. You need to be interacting with it, not to the point where you're obsessing, it's upsetting you because you're not achieving it, but just somewhere that you're going to see it every day. Like mine's literally going to go right underneath my TV. I'm going to look at every day, every morning I'm going to read it, every night I'm going to be reading it, every week I'll be reading it when I'm doing my diary and my plan for the week. And just so you can stay in touch with it, because a lot of times we write these goals, they go in a cupboard, go in a diary, we don't open that book again, and then you forget about them. You're not really taking that daily aligned action, so therefore a lot of the things we wanted to happen don't happen. So it's so important to make sure you're putting it somewhere you can see it and somewhere you can interact with it every single day. And it might not be morning and night, but even if it's night or it's just in the morning, but that is super duper important. Guys, I really hope that you take on this challenge. Please comment below and tell me if you are joining the challenge. Like, I want to know, like, yes, what? But tell me if you were joining it, if you were ready to level up for the next 6 months and absolutely change what this year may have looked like if you didn't now do that. We are reforming, we are transforming, and I can't wait for us to do it together.